Chapter 43. Back at Ezra's shack, the girls have been getting packed and ready for the drive back to Pennsylvania. But they were ready a while ago, so a little baking has made a tasty filling for their spare time. The tired and exhausted boys open the front door to the shack and are confronted by a warm waft of air laden with the appetizing and mouth-watering smell of pastry crust on just-baked fruit pies and meat pies, and the yeasty smell of fresh wholemeal bread, and finally a sweet tinge to the aroma from blueberry muffins. "Oh my, where have we landed? Is this heaven?" Ezra applauds. "Of course it is. Where did you think it was?" Martha smiles. The addition of freshly brewed coffee completes the perfect culinary experience, and, of course, all are trying it, slavering over and gorging on the feast. With these sorts of things and the primal baking smells, one cannot stop. "Shouldn't we be saving much of this for our road trip?" Finn sensibly intervenes. "Finn, you're such a spoilsport," says Ezra. "We've just driven back from a great trek and you want to stop me from eating this gourmet food? And what about me anyway? Am I going on the road trip?" They all laugh. The three stop eating but allow Ezra to continue enjoying his food. Early next morning, they load the car, say goodbye to Ezra and start off down the winding dirt track to the event and eventually join the main road. And then the long haul, but with driver changeovers naturally. Having good food and water on board certainly makes a difference, and it speeds up their journey time across the fabulous expanse of the Rocky Mountains and the USA. They enjoy overnight stops at Colorado Springs and Kansas City, where they can change cars for a more spacious manual and automatic version, and then head for Pittsburgh. There are a lot of Harley-Davidson motorcycles around, which makes it colourful, and also large trucks, which are even equally colourful. As they pass Cincinnati, Marta notices something in her rear-view mirror. A car with slightly darkened windows has been spotted, and this is confirmed by Brona. She quickly says, "Keep looking ahead, guys. I don't know who they are, but they are definitely keeping a measured distance from us." Martha speeds up a little. Their followers speed up a little. Finn observes, "Looks like they are changing lanes occasionally so as not to make themselves obvious." This cat and mouse activity keeps going for quite a way. "It does look as if we are under surveillance." Not good. But why, wonders Martha. Flying past Pittsburgh, although they had originally planned to stop there, they head for Scranton. "Okay, I've no idea what this is all about, but I don't like it. Instead of going to Binghamton and then the house by Camp Susquehannock, which might be just what they want and what they expect, I think I should head for some back roads I know in the Catskill Mountains near there. I think there is a good chance I can lose them there." "Good thinking, Martha. We like it," the others say. Moving through the gears instead of an automatic, Martha is able to make fast progress along the winding lower mountain roads. They are still being tailed at a distance. Martha speeds up considerably. There is much tyre noise on the sharper bends, and the passengers are forced from side to side. Things are getting bumpy and uncomfortable too. Their tail has to get closer to stay within sight due to the more winding roads. Martha deliberately drives close to the side of the road in order to catch dust and stones with her tyres and throw this debris up into the windscreen of their pursuers. She says, "Hold on guys, things will get hairy. Just warning, hold on tight." She pulls off the tarmac road onto a dirt track. Billowing clouds of dust and stones now follow them permanently. Finn says, "Can't see a thing out the back now." "That's the idea," says Martha confidently, "and they can't see us." The car sometimes crashes down onto its suspension over the lumps and bumps in the track. Still at a rate of knots, Martha turns off onto a forest track, accelerating on the smoother, straighter sections before returning to the billowing dust cloud technique again. Finn muses. They must want us real bad for something, but what? Hiding by doing a handbrake turn down a side track, they wait with the windows down and the engine off for a minute or two. There is nothing coming. All is silent out there. "Martha, I think maybe you've lost them," hopes Brona. "Don't count your chickens," responds Martha, as the car creeps slowly back out onto the track. The dust clouds have settled down and blown away. Still moving slowly so as not to throw up any more dust, they are all on the tense lookout. All appears to be well. Suddenly, a screaming engine noise is heard, and its source appears out of the sidetrack. Martha puts her foot to the floor. Their own engine screams. Stones and dust fly everywhere, and they are off again. Don't say no rest for the wicked, Finn. We are not wicked, says Brona, which brings much needed light relief and a giggle from them all in this potentially dangerous situation. The billowing clouds of dust are recreated, and Martha curves out her trail of deception, cunning and guile. Just to make it interesting, the light is now beginning to fade. It's the end of the day, but they cannot afford to put their headlights on and give their position away. This does, of course, make for even more exciting driving challenges, not just for Martha, but for them all. You certainly get your money's worth on a USA trip, don't you? Quips Finn. A huge logging truck appears over the brow of the hill, horn screaming. Dazzled by its lights, Martha swerves to avoid it, which takes two wheels into long grass and a ditch before she steers back on the track. Shut up, Finn. You nearly got us killed, retorts Brona. Me? Queries Finn. Whatever. From out of nowhere, a pickup truck is driving at speed alongside them. They wind down their windows. There are three young lads looking at them and laughing. Hey, this is great. You are mad drivers. What a buzz. Do you do this every week? One of the three seeks information as well as winding them up. No, we are being followed. No, chased. Get out of the way. You could get killed, warns Martha urgently. No way. You're kidding, right? Hey, we'll just stop sideways and block the road. And with that, they do it. No warning. Martha zooms off into the distance. She continues to set a zigzag and random course through the forested area. But now they need to use headlights. It seems their helper's ploy may have worked. Hey guys, are you both okay? Sorry about that. There was nothing else I could do. We know, says Brona. You are an incredible driver. Thank God you know the area as well as you do. Silence ensues. Martha thinks aloud. You know, we should change our plan and not go to Susquehanna. We'd be expected there. I think we should go to Philadelphia and get you guys on a Heathrow plane as quickly as possible. Okay, Martha, whatever you say. That does make sense. Let's do it, says Finn. And they do. A sense of satisfaction and relief washes over them after the frantic, scary and draining chase by persons unknown. Their next followers are a little more known to them. It's the Blue Light Brigade. The police are now following their car. Sirens wailing, lights flashing, and they flag them down. Excuse me, ma'am, is this your car? No, sir, it's a hire car. Ma'am, would you mind stepping out of the car? And can I see your identification papers, please? Certainly, sir, no problem. And who are these guys in the car with you? And can I see their papers, please? Sure, officer, no problem. They are all in order too. Ma'am, I'll be the judge of that if you don't mind. Certainly, officer. So where do you think you're all headed? To the airport, officer. They are due on a plane to London and I am just delivering them. Are they able to speak for themselves or are you their mother? Officer, they are able to speak. They are just a bit tense and scared. And why would you be? And why would that be, ma'am? Brona diffuses the tension by saying, Good evening, officer. Delighted to meet you. We are headed to the airport. So we are. Have you ever been to Ireland? Why, it's just a beautiful place, so it is. You must go out there sometime, she smiles, her eyes flashing at the officer. So you are indeed Irish, and your paperwork seems to be in order. And no, I haven't been to Ireland, and I hear it is wonderful. And who are you? What's your name? Finn. Finn? What kind of name is that? The officer sniggers rudely. Finn feels furious inside, but knows he mustn't say or do anything in retaliation. The officer looks at his passport. Well, I'll be damned. Finn, so it is. Right, now then, ma'am, where have you just been driving? What route have you followed to get here? Another car pulls up, but it is not a police car. It has slightly darkened windows and is a different colour and make from the car that chased them earlier. It is smarter. Two gentlemen get out, wearing neat, well-cut suits and ties. They walk over to the officer. "Okay, officer, we'll be taking this situation over now." They show the officer their ID. He looks shocked, turns to them all by the car and says, "Thank you for your assistance. You will all have a nice day now, you hear?" And he salutes them, walks to his patrol car and drives off. "Is everything all right here?" inquires one of the gents. We're a bit confused. What was all that about? And who are you?" quizzes Martha. "Okay, ma'am, nothing to worry about. We appreciate you had to do some, shall we call it, hectic driving earlier today. We were further behind and we know you were being followed and, yes, chased. That was mighty fine driving, if I may say so, ma'am." "So what was it all about?" Martha patiently tries to inquire further. "Shall we say maybe some people out there who are interested in you guys for some reasons that we are not in a position to specify to you. So you'll be on your way to the airport and have a nice day." The smart gentlemen hastily make their way to their car and drive off promptly, leaving them all totally bemused. Finn says, "Did you notice they all had guns?" After this action-packed, eventful trip, Brona and Finn return to the British Isles.